Has someone been telling porcupines? Leigh Francis went to the newspapers recently to declare that he has not seen Holly Willoughby since his 50th birthday party in April, and added that the last time he reached out to her was during the Phillip Schofield scandal. In his own words, Leigh Francis said, "The last time I saw Holly was on my birthday. I haven't seen her since all the telly drama. April was the last time I saw her in real life. Throughout all the telly drama, I just text people and go, 'Are you okay?' I reached out to everyone." However, Blinkerhole can exclusively reveal that this might not be true. After some research, we discovered that on July 11th this year, Leigh Francis reached out to Holly Willoughby to offer his condolences on hearing of the sad passing of her mother-in-law Sandra, the mum of her husband Dan Baldwin, sending a message to Holly on Instagram writing, "Sending big hugs and happy thoughts." We noticed that the comment was neither liked nor responded to by Holly Willoughby. We wonder how long it will take for her to delete it altogether. Not only did we find that message, we also discovered that Leigh Francis has seen Holly Willoughby since his birthday party in April. In fact, he saw her very recently at the NTA Awards on September 5th, or was he dismissed by her at the event? After first snubbing his message in July, it could be said that he was snubbed for a second time at the NTAs, bizarrely by his supposed bestie Holly Willoughby and her husband, who also attended the event, even though they all share a long personal and working relationship together from Celebrity Juice. But would Leigh Francis have seen her at the event? Dressed in a tight-fitting lilac dress, Holly could hardly go unnoticed that evening, especially since she was booed and lost out on an award, standing up from the crowd to hug Jade Blades at the repair shop, who funnily enough is also in business with her husband Dan Baldwin. So if indeed, Leigh Francis did see Holly Willoughby at the NTA Awards, how come they never said a word to each other all evening? Or did they? In either case, someone is either not telling the truth or something has gone awry with their friendship since Leigh's birthday party in April. It's hard to believe that one could go all evening at the NTAs without so much as the smallest glimpse of Holly Willoughby. If Leigh did see her, it's either conveniently slipped his mind or there is a reason for him saying that he has not seen her since his birthday. Was he told to say it? Was Leigh Francis told to tell the newspapers that he had not seen Holly Willoughby since his birthday? We think it could be a possibility. In our last video, we suggested that the producer of Celebrity Juice, Holly Willoughby's husband Dan Baldwin, might have telephoned Leigh Francis in a bid to get him to publicly distance himself from Holly Willoughby in an effort to protect her from the tawdry accusations against him and his alter ego Keith Lemon, whom Holly is forever linked with after her distasteful partaking in dubious scenes on the show. However, Blinkerhole has also discovered something else which suggests that Leigh Francis, and even Holly Willoughby herself, may be mere pawns in Dan Baldwin's super ambitious game plan to build his own TV empire. In 2022, it was reported that Leigh Francis's alter ego Keith Lemon joked that Holly Willoughby's husband Dan Baldwin made him say bad stuff to her on Celebrity Juice. Leigh made an appearance on Lorraine and spoke to Christine Lampard about his television favorites, but at one point, he asked Christine if she was asking her own questions or if a producer was telling her what to say through her earpiece. Christine said the questions were her own and nobody was telling her what to say, unless it was time to wrap it up to go to an ad break. But interestingly, Keith then confessed that he often had producers telling him to say stuff on Celebrity Juice, going as far as to say that Dan Baldwin, Holly's husband, who was the producer of the show, told him to be bad to Holly. He said, "When I do Juice, there's often someone in my ear going, say this." Normally it's Holly's husband saying, "Say this bad thing to my wife," and I'm like, no way. I'm not saying that. In Blinkerhole's opinion, this is a very damning statement from Leigh Francis aka Keith Lemon against Holly Willoughby's husband, Dan Baldwin. No wonder they want to distance themselves from Leigh. But there's more. We found out something else. In 2020, it was reported that Keith Lemon was shocked to win Best Entertainment Performance at the 2016 BAFTA TV Awards. So shocked, in fact, that it led him to making a serious omission in his winning speech. Speaking on White Wine Question Time, he told host Kate Thornton that while he remembered to thank Celebrity Juice co-star Fern Cotton, he totally blanked when it came to his other co-star, Holly Willoughby. "Oh dear. I thanked my girlfriend and I thanked Fern Cotton," he said. Holly wasn't there, even though obviously I would have thanked Holly because I guess without Holly and Fern back then, I wouldn't have done Celebrity Juice and stuff. They're integral to what I do. And here is the interesting bit. Missing out, Holly didn't go down well with her husband, Dan Baldwin, which was said to be a tad awkward for Leigh, as Dan was the producer of Celebrity Juice. Keith said, "I remember Holly's husband. He won't appreciate me saying this, but giving me a hard time for not thanking the girls, even though I did thank Fern, because she was there. I was just looking at her, just staring at her while I was talking." Leigh went on to say that his speech was all over the place, as he didn't expect to win, especially as he was against entertainment luminaries like Graham Norton and Stephen Fry. "I just lost my S totally," he laughed. "I became a posh person because I was in a posh environment." Holly Willoughby later announced she was leaving Celebrity Juice after 12 years on the show, and Leigh told Kate in the podcast, which was recorded prior to her announcement, that he couldn't believe she had stayed with the show for so long. "To me, she's the female Ant and Dec," he told Kate. "I salute her for staying with me on a Wednesday night recording Celebrity Juice when I throw bleeps at her and stuff." On leaving Celebrity Juice, Holly Willoughby paid a heartfelt tribute to Leigh by sharing a collection of her best times with him on Instagram, writing about how all good things must come to an end. She said, "Thank you Celebrity Juice for 12 years of fantastic chaos. I can't quite believe what we've done and how quick that time has gone. Thank you to you all for watching. We've always had the loudest and best audiences." She continued, "It's never felt like work and always been to me like a night out. Thank you for all your ingenious ideas and hard work. All good things must come to an end and nothing lasts forever. It's time for me to hand over my team captain seat to some lucky person, whoever that is. No, you are about to get one of the best jobs in telly, working with one of comedy's finest, Keith Lemon. I remember starting this journey with you and saying, I think this might work. My goodness me, it did. 3 friends, you, me and Fern Cotton, and that is what is at the heart of it. Friendship. I love the bones of you, Lemon. Thank you for making me laugh for 12 years. How funny that she mentioned friendship. It looks like that went out of the window pretty fast." Holly continued, "I'll be back as a guest, and just to make sure someone is keeping you in check. If I don't see you through a week or next week or the week after, know you are always in my heart. If that's not a thanks for making me and my husband lots of money, I'll see you around. We'll eat our hat." Holly apparently decided to leave the show to free up a bit more of her busy schedule to spend with her family, but proceeded to ramp up her television work on This Morning and Dancing on Ice, amongst other appearances on several programs. A source said at the time, "She's still the best of pals with Leigh Francis and will continue to support the series." In response, Keith Lemon, the alter ego of Leigh Francis, who was said to be shocked at Holly's departure from the program, posted, "I've had a lovely time working with you. You are the best. I hope I'm lucky enough to work with you again one day. Goodbye." He also shared a video of Holly Willoughby on Instagram saying, "Love this woman. What an incredible sport. Always willing to get her hands dirty and join in. One of the boys, but all woman. A wicked sense of humor and very easy to look at. Don't look into her eyes though, 'cause she can make you do anything. What a lady. King of the ladies. The queen of the milk beasts. The one and only Holly Willoughby. Face of an angel, but can have the potty mouth of, well, me, I guess. Super rad. Super nice. My mate. I salute all your wonderfulness. Massive hugs." Holly Willoughby replied to him, writing, "Oh, what a lovely thing to say. Love you, Lemon." Well, all that gushiness didn't age well, did it? It seems like Holly Willoughby and her friendship with Leigh Francis may have come to an abrupt end, and to be quite honest, we sense a whiff of a notion that Leigh Francis may have been used, in our own opinion of course, in much the same way as how Holly's friendship with Phillip Schofield deteriorated after Holly could no longer use him to further her career. It seems that casting out people no longer of use seems to be becoming a bit of a habit. So, to conclude, after reviewing all of the information we have gathered, there is one question that Blinkerhole can't seem to get out of our mind. Who exactly is pulling the strings here? Is it Holly Willoughby or her producer husband Dan Baldwin, or both? Dan, who Holly once confessed to Keith Lemon was a little bit of a D-head, has hit the headlines again recently after it was announced that he is bringing back the popular old show Gladiators, which is set to be aired by the BBC. He really does seem to be rising through the TV ranks at lightning speed. He was even once dubbed as one of the most powerful men in TV. But does that title come at the cost of others? That remains to be seen. Gladiators, which was originally hosted by John Fashanu and Ulrika Johnson and featured gladiators such as Trojan, Jet, Nightshade and Hunter was also known for its catchphrases, with Scottish referee John Anderson calling contenders ready, gladiators ready, prior to each challenge. Dan Baldwin once said, "It's the perfect time for gladiators to return." What other show combines electric excitement, superheroes, giant sponge fingers, elite athletes, and a pinch of pantomime? Watch out for the new breed of superhuman, supersized superstars bursting onto your screens. With form for employing his wife to appear on his shows, will Holly Willoughby be the next Ulrika Jonsson, donning a leotard and prancing about with giant sponge fingers? If so, it will be Gladiators No, from us. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.